Hello, everybody. I'm Brian.
And I'm Brian.
And this is Brian versus Brian, episode 238. Casper! Oh, look who it is.
Friendliest ghost you know.
No grown-up sight will be out of the sight. Oh, no, Casper, the freely go. Woo! They got the guy that sung Saved by the Bell to do that song or something, dude. When Casper wake up in the morning and he's dead from motherfucking snoring, and his dad tried to revive him last night. Shouldn't have got him that sled because he stayed out all night and he froze to fucking death.
Oh my god.
1995 American supernatural fantasy comedy film directed by Brad Silberling, his directorial debut, recruited by Spielberg, yep. First director left, creative differences. This guy went on to do not much, really, but he had a couple things I was aware of. He did Casper, City of Angels, Moonlight Mile, Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events. So that's kind of cool one. And he did Land of the Lost, that like Will Ferrell remake. This is 1995. When did it come out? May 26, 1995. Budget $55 million. Box office $288. Right on. I'm surprised they got this with a budget of only 55. This is a lot of CG in 1995.
Man, May. I'm gonna be a stickler here. I'm gonna wave my little finger. I'm gonna be a little movie snob here, but I fucking hate it when, like, as you said, May. This movie is a fucking comfy fall Halloween movie. Release that shit in October. I hate it when movies do this when they have, like, I don't know, they release like a snowy winter movie in July. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I want to watch this shit in December. But yeah, anyways.
But back then, movies were in the theater for way longer, like months.
That's true.
So it could have been there in October, really.
Probably, yeah.
Probably was.
Probably was.
Nowadays, like, fuck, all of a sudden I just saw the thing, Wicked, now available to stream. I was like, what the fuck? I feel like it just came out. Yep. Like, movies aren't in the theater but like 2 weeks now. Then they're like, yeah, DVD. It's like,
yeah, okay. That movie came out in February called Hard Eyes. It was like a Valentine's Day slasher film. That's already available. I mean, you have to rent or buy it. Obviously, it's not like streaming on Netflix or anything. But yeah, it's like a month later and you can just rent or buy the thing. It's crazy.
Yeah, we got Christina Ricci, Bill Pullman, Kathy Moriarty, and Eric Idle. Voice talents of Joe Napote, Joe Alasky, Brad Garrett. I didn't know Brad Garrett was in it, and I started hearing it. He's a Fatso, I think.
Yeah, Fatso.
Yeah, and then I started to hear it. Malachi Pearson in the title role as Casper. That kid is in one of the movies I've been wanting us to do, that Suburban Commando with Hulk Hogan. He's like the kid, the boy of the family. So I'd like to see it even more now, to just see if I hear any Casper, if that's like his regular talking voice or what. That's kind of cool. And then we know the real Casper was played by motherfucking Sawa. Fucking killing it, dude. Just slaying all the teen magazines back then, dude. So.
Oh, wait, I didn't know this. I want to make sure I'm understanding you, Chris. So someone else voiced Casper the Ghost, and that actor didn't do the voice?
No.
Oh, okay. I
Devin,
didn't know that.
Devin Sawa is just the body Casper, the human Casper.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, how did we start? Oh, yeah, 2 kids going in the mansion. Like the beginning of every Goosebumps episode. It's scary, man.
Let's take a photo.
You know what? we could turn back and have the whole school think we're cowards. Yeah. We're chicken. I can live with that. We're not exactly on top of the food chain right now, Tommy. You know? Then they get scared, and then they show the Polaroid, and it's not even anything in it. It's just them screaming.
Yeah, their faces all...
Yeah. And then we cut to the lady...
The Crichton or something like that?
Crichton?
Crichton?
I want to say Crichton. We should also... This is a note, first feature film to have a fully CGI character in a lead role, Casper. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, what the hell was the lawyer's name?
Oh yeah, is it
It was something
Godfrey?
so
Yeah, I
stupid.
don't remember.
So we have Bill Pullman. So Kerrigan was the
uh,
chick's name. Dibs. Dibs! God, that lady's voice, dude. It's just like nails on a chalkboard the
oh
whole
yeah.
movie, man. I'm gonna tell you what. It's like Cartman doing a female voice.
Yep.
Let me tell you something.
I love her. She's in a lot of Mel Brooks films. She's in Young Frankenstein and Blazing Saddles. She's really funny. And I was like, oh yeah, her. It's been a while since I've seen her.
And she, it's really weird because I felt like it was like dubbed. Like her voice never quite looked like it was coming out of her body. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? It was so scratchy and weird. Yeah. And Dibs isn't he's like a freaking isn't he one of the what the hell's that comedy group called that made shit in the 70s? And Monty Python?
Oh, I
I
don't
feel like
know.
he's one
He did look
I feel
familiar. I couldn't
I
place
feel
him
like
though.
he's affiliated with them at least.
Yeah.
I know he was like I'm pretty sure he was a guy in Tropic Thunder, the director. I can't direct, they can't act.
Oh
He
no,
can't cry.
that's Steve
Was that
Coogan. No, that's
yeah?
that's Steve
Okay.
Coogan. Yeah.
Never mind. So, and then we got Kerrigan. Someone's died in her family. She's being left some shit. And the guy, oh yeah, it's Ben Stein.
Ben Stein. Yeah, so good.
One mansion. Oh
$10 million
yeah,
to save the
to the
Dolphins Foundation or
yeah
whatever.
the Dalmatians with
Yeah.
I don't know polio foundation.
1.4 mil.
Yeah, and then she gets a condemned mansion, and then the guy leaves, and Dibs is like, well, it's at least it's waterfront condemned property.
Yeah.
She throws it in the fire, and then it's like a prison note. It's written in piss, and it needed heat to show up. Somebody wrote on this in piss and said the treasure's in the mansion or whatever. And he reads it out loud. Grab it, Dibs, you idiot!
Which makes no
Idiot.
sense. I don't know why he did that. I don't really know what the purpose was for that, but just roll with it.
Yeah. Uh, so where do we go from there? We got do we have them going to the house for the first time, or do we check in on Pullman's character? I can't remember.
They go. Then we get to them going to the house themselves.
Yeah, and they confront Casper.
And they meet Casper, and then there's like a sword. The three, I don't, are they brothers? I don't remember, but they come up and they do like
The
a swirly
uncles.
thing. Uncles,
Yeah,
yeah. So they run out, and then we get probably one of the best sequences of the movie, which is there's like a montage of the two trying to find ways to get the ghost out. My
yeah,
favorite was the priest. That was fucking hilarious. I don't know who the actor is or what he's trying to do, but I thought it was
yeah.
hilarious.
It's no problem. I could do it. No problem. You
That's
can
so
get him
good.
out. Yeah, I mean, I could do it. It's not a problem. It's no problem at all. I could do it. Do you have any experience with this? Actual experience? No, no real experience. But I read the book. I seen it do it. I'm very confident I could do it. I'm very confident.
So good.
So it's not going to be a problem? No, no problem. It's like a piece of cake. It's like a piece of crumb cake. And he goes in there, gets vomited on, and has his head twisted around.
Exorcist, he's covered in the green
Yeah,
vomit. Yeah.
yeah. So how'd it go? I think it went pretty well. I think it went
No
very well.
problem. Yeah.
No problem.
Oh
And then
man.
of course we get Dr. Stantz. We get
Yeah.
Ray. We get a Ghostbuster cameo. And back then, this was our Ghostbusters 3.
That was so
This
cool.
is
See, I
the
remember that.
only
You're like,
thing
oh
we
shit.
ever got to see of an original Ghostbuster in the uniform doing anything for
Yeah.
fucking another 20 years even after that didn't happen.
Hmm.
So that was fucking cool.
That was yeah.
It's like, oh man, we missed out on a Ghostbusters rev with 90s uh with the boys from the 90s, dude. And in the 90s they were young enough to still be really good. Like freaking what the hell's the Aykroyd had the
The
mustache
mustache,
then.
yeah,
He
I was
didn't
like,
even
that
shave.
looks
He didn't even
good.
shave it for it. It was like,
Looks good.
I was like, yeah, that was good. Yeah, he comes out. Who you gonna call? Someone
Someone
else.
else. Yeah, so good.
Yeah, that was great. Um, I think that was about it. They didn't really show any other ones, did they?
No,
Ghostbusters, that
then we get to
guy.
like the construction,
Yeah.
yeah. But later on, I didn't realize this movie is like a fucking Marvel movie. There are so many
Oh
cameo
yeah.
references. I was like, whoa, I didn't remember this at
Yeah, they
all.
got Mel Gibson in
Yeah,
here.
Clint Eastwood, fucking
Yeah.
Rodney Dangerfield. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, Rodney Dangerfield was still alive?
Yeah.
Look at this.
uh,
Yeah, there was another cameo that was cut. That was Spielberg. He
uh,
filmed it, but he was glad it got cut because he's not an actor and he felt really uncomfortable
yeah.
and thought it was bad because he's not an actor. So the Mel Gibson one was funny. He's just all, yeah, look how attractive I am. Yeah, so after they meet with Casper and get scared away, they're deciding they're gonna like demolish the house and just fuck it. We don't need the house there to find the treasure. And then I think we show. Oh yeah, and then all the construction guys run away and they all leave and Casper's chasing them out. Hey guys, they were kidding, guys. Oh,
Yeah. Like,
I
oh.
just want someone to hang out. And so he's like in his room and he's watching TV, I think, and like Hard Copy comes on. I was like, oh yeah, fucking Hard Copy, dude. That show kicked ass. Today on Hard Copy. And there's like the man that speaks to ghosts. And this is his daughter. Like they would find his daughter at school and interview her through a fence. Hey, you're this guy's daughter.
That whole
And
sequence is good too. Yeah, I love that sequence.
I don't like that Christina Ricci. She kind of talks down about this film. She doesn't like it too much, is what it sounds like, and her excuse is that she was young. It was like her first starring role, and she just didn't think she'd get a good job. And she says it's cringy to watch, and it's
Like
just bad
embarrassing
acting.
for her. Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't get that because I remember her saying that, and I remember the movie, and I was going to watch it. I was like, well, maybe it is worse than I remember as far as her acting, but it's decent. I mean, she's a kid.
I thought she was great. I thought she was really
She
good.
was
Yeah.
convincing as a kid
Yeah.
in a '90s movie, and like some kid acting, man, you're like this ain't no Jake Lloyd Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
Like this
totally.
is perfectly fine. I didn't see anything wrong with the performance, so I don't know what she's talking about. You need to cut yourself some slack and enjoy the movie, okay? I think she said she hadn't even let her daughter watch it or something. I don't remember.
Jesus.
Yeah, and it's just crazy to see like Bill Pullman with her. Because you forget how young she is. It's like, dang, here's young Christina Ricci and old Bill Pullman in 1995. Yeah.
President.
Yeah. So, yeah, the Hard Copy, and then he goes to Kerrigan's hotel and kind of wheels the TV towards her so it shows the Hard Copy, and so she's going to get hold
Bill
of him.
Pullman's a ghost therapist that he's
Yeah.
allowed to talk ghosts into going back to or going to heaven or going to the other side. So,
Ghosts are just spirits with unfinished business.
dude, I love that whole sequence. It's so
Yeah.
good.
And it's my job to find out what that business is.
I love the shot where they're showing him. He has like a Ouija board or something, all these objects, and he's like,
Yeah.
his head's kind of turned. He's like waving his hand. It's so good.
Yeah, so they pack up all their shit into the family wagon truckster, and they're driving there, and they have some conversation that Kat doesn't believe in ghosts, and she's like, "Why do we keep doing this? You've never even seen a ghost." We're going to, honey. And then they're not real, Dad. You're not going to find Mom. And he's like, "Maybe I will." No, you're not. She's not a ghost, Dad. And then makes a promise with her. You know what? If this one doesn't work out and something doesn't happen, we don't see some proof, I promise I'm done.
Yeah.
I'll figure something else out. And they make a pinky promise.
Yeah, because their
And then
whole
they get-
thing is like we move around so much. I can't even like. I've been to 9 different schools. I have no
Yeah.
friends. Like, can we just fucking stop this so I can have a life?
Yeah, and then we get a little gag about them having a turnaround. We see a sign that says Los Angeles like 8,000 miles
Yeah,
or something.
800,
Like,
yeah,
why would you put a
ridiculous.
sign like that? Like we're in Texas, they got a sign, Los Angeles, this far away. So they turn around, go the other way. Um,
Yeah, Friendship,
yeah,
Maine. Yeah.
yeah. They get to the house and looking around, and it's a practical house, like somewhat, right? Because like you got the front fascia where like the heavy loaders were for construction. Like that's all real. You could tell that's a
Yeah.
set. And then I don't know what they do, matte paintings and CG for the rest of the house. I'm pretty sure it's paintings because the CG isn't that good,
Yeah, yeah.
but it looks pretty good because it's all dark and stuff.
Yeah, the interior I thought was dope. It was a
Oh
lot
yeah,
more Tim Burton-y than I thought it was going to be. Like when they show the inside, I was, oh, this is like cool. This is like cool house design. Very Tim Burton.
yeah. And then yeah, I'm gonna go find a room, right? And she goes looking around the house, and she finds the uncle's rooms like fatso, stretch, stinky. Oh, their parents must have loved them.
Yeah.
And she finds another room, and it happens to be Casper's room, and she lays down on the bed, and you get Casper. There's a girl laying on my bed. Yes. And then he kind of introduces himself to her. He gets a sock thrown in his mouth and spits it out into her back, and she slowly turns around and sees him, screams, passes out. And I like how he goes and puts himself in the sink and fills himself up with water, then
Oh
goes over
yeah.
there and like wrings himself out on her. And she wakes up, and he's like, "Hey!" It's like the first thing I thought was like the first thing that came to my mind when she opened her eyes, like, "Did you just piss on me?" Like that would be the reaction, right? Did you
Yeah, yeah.
just
What the
piss on me?
fuck?
Why am I all wet?
Your dad likes to piss on paper. You're just pissing on everything.
And then we get screams, and her dad comes, and she says, "No, I saw a ghost. I promise. Like this is real. You were right." And he keeps looking around. Said, "No ghost in the closet. No ghost under the bed. No ghost in here." And then it's, "Hi, I'm Casper. How you doing? Give me four, bud." And then he screams, and I don't remember. Oh yeah, didn't he try to run out the house with her?
Yeah, or
Is that what
he
happened?
locks her in a closet, and then he kind of
Yeah,
like, no matter what you hear, don't leave the closet, and then you get a bunch of different gags. So I think the uncles come in at one point. I don't remember when they come back, but they come back, and then they start fucking with him in a myriad of different ways.
yeah. I love that scene as a kid, and I love it now when they come back. Oh, hey guys, did you guys have fun? On a scale of 1 being you and 10 being fun, yeah, we had fun, Casper. And like they were at like the Churchill Downs or whatever. He's like, those horses never run as fast as when we're there, right? Here, Flicka. That's pretty fucking funny. He's like, I thought we'd just eat out here tonight under the harvest moon. Under the harvest moon. And they turn him into up in the sky. And I think they launch him. You wouldn't be trying to keep us out of the house, would you, Casper? No, no. I just thought it's such a lovely night.
Yeah.
I liked that. And then they go in there and they smell something. Do you smell that? No, sorry. Stinky. Not him. Flesh bags. And yeah, I don't know. They're like fighting with Bill Pullman with like fucking umbrellas and swords and shit.
Yeah.
Anyways. We move on, and for some reason they don't kill or scare the shit out of him. And I think they wake up like we go to school, and she's introduced as the new kid, and there's this popular girl that doesn't like her. There's a boy that keeps looking at her. Might be kind of a love interest there.
Dude, that
And then
classroom
yeah,
scene Sarah and I were watching together, dude, we were laughing so hard because the teacher comes in, he's like, I got a couple announcements. The first is that the gymnasium is still being worked on, so the Halloween dance is gonna happen
the
6 months from
asbestos.
now, yeah. And the girl stands up and she's like, well, my parents have this boathouse and we can totally have the Halloween dance at my place. And everyone's like, yeah. And then the teacher's like, well, that's settled. I was like, what do you mean that's settled? We're going to have the fucking Halloween dance. You're just going to stand up and declare the fucking Halloween dances at your house? Like, what?
Yeah.
It was really funny.
But this is one classroom
Yeah.
in the whole school.
It was so
I think we
fucking
have to
funny.
get this approved,
Yeah.
you know?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
So good.
And she goes up there, everybody, this is Cat. The girl, meow. Idiot. Stupid
Oh.
ass name. And he says something else, black kid. Boring.
Oh man.
And then, yeah, well, where do you live? I forget that house's name, but she says the name
Oh
of the
yeah,
house.
Whitmore, Whit something. Yeah.
Yeah, something. And then they're like, "Oh my God, you live there?" She's like, "Yeah, it's actually kind of nice." And then, yeah, if you fucking eat blood, right, Tommy, all right.
And I love
And
too.
then,
Back to the Halloween party. Then the black kid's like, "Yo, Teach, check this." Yeah.
yeah, check
She's got
this,
the
right?
house.
She's got a scary ass fucking house, dog.
Let's have the Halloween
Ripe
dance
for the
there.
picking of Halloween parties, right? I say we have it at her damn house. And then the teacher's like, all right, it's settled. Didn't ask her, you know. Some random
Oh my
kid who's never
god,
been to that house decided this is the house to do it
so
at.
good.
And she's like, well, I thought we were having it at the boathouse. Well, that was 10 seconds ago. Now it's at the haunted house. Then we'll take a vote, and everyone votes for the haunted house, and she gets pissed. And Casper is pissed that they're all making fun of her, so he goes around tying everybody's shoelaces.
Oh yeah.
The little deviant. And anyways, class is dismissed, and everyone falls on their face. Yeah, then we just got, for a majority of the rest of the movie, we got what the hell's his name? Mother Frickner. Dr. Harvey trying to work on the ghost. And for some reason, they're kind of dealing with him now. Like, right? Like I think the second day they wake up and Casper makes Cat breakfast.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's kind of doing some cool things. And he's got a lot of those whatever machines that perform a simple task the hardest way. I forget what they're called. The Runeberg machines or something.
Mm-hmm.
Egg goes down a chassis, down a fucking thing just a crack in a pan. And then she's like, sunny side up makes me yak. So, oh, no problem. Just hits it with his little hand, spatulas, woo!
Yeah.
Turns it into, I don't know, just kind of mixed up the yolk. You know?
I guess that's
not
a
sunny
scramble.
side up. And then he pours the orange juice through his hand into the cup. And then he throws the remnants in his hand onto the wall, and it's gelatinous now. And that was kind of interesting. Serves her, and then her dad comes in, and he kind of acts all weird, like they were kissing or something. He's like, "Oh, hey, what's up? Do you like some breakfast?" He's like, "Yeah, sure." And then gives him some. Then the uncles come in, and they're like, "How disrespectful, Casper! You serving the fleshies before we get our meal?" He's like, "Well, they're our guests, guys." And he serves them out of some old ass refrigerator, like just a plate of like ice cream and cookies and,
donuts and shit.
eclairs and shit. And they're all eating them, and it's a cool shot from behind, just going through and falling on the ground in piles of shit.
Yeah, so gross.
And he's going through cleaning it up, and he's like, "What are you doing, Casper? These floors used to be dirty enough to eat off of." Like, well, yeah, we have guests now. And then who was it? Christina Ricci's cat. You guys are freaking rude to him.
He's just trying to clean.
Yeah, just cleaning the floor. What's wrong? God. And anyways, they get kind of lippy with her, and I think Dr. Harvey rushes her off to school. You'll have fun. See ya. And closes the door, and they're talking. I don't remember. Oh, yeah. No, I don't remember exactly what they talk about. They talk a little bit about more shit, about how he's going to get them out of there and help them find whatever it is they're searching for so they can move on. And what else we got? We got so we get some therapy sessions with them. Those are kind of fun. I remember one of the first ones, they're going through all this stuff. Oh, John Hopkins, that's nice. Paul shoots it, and then he has a picture of his wife, and not that one, boys. Catches it. Who's that? And then he explains it to him. What was her name? Damn it.
I think it was Amelia. Yeah.
Yeah. Amelia! I know Amelia. Everyone knows Amelia. Really? You guys have a way of contacting other people that are like you? Of course we do. We got a ghost-to-ghost network. Fatso, go get Amelia. And then he comes back and Stretch is like, that was fast. He comes in there all in 90s drag, big
Yep.
titties and shit. My man! And kisses him and yeah.
So fucked up.
But they do make a promise, like if he gets Kerrigan off their back, they will get Amelia to speak to him or something,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
visit him. And yeah, what more do we got with Kat? She's bonding with Casper. They're becoming buddies, and remember, there's like one night they're going to sleep, and uh, oh yeah, I think the boy came over and asked her to hang out with him during the dance, and he goes back and he's talking to like the blonde girl. So obviously they're coming up with some plan to, I don't know, make fun of her or
Yeah.
carry her at the party or something. And
Yeah, you never know. And the plan makes no
yeah,
sense, but they're up to no
yeah.
good is the point. Yeah.
hmm And then yeah, she's got a date, and that kind of saddens Casper. We can tell. Um, and then they're like in bed, and he's like, "If I was alive, would you go to the dance with me?" And she's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh." And then does the first one, the "Can I keep you in the ear?" And oh man, if you wanted to, if you wanted to get some action in 1996, late 95, you just tell your little girlfriend while you're holding hands, you whisper in that ear, "Can I keep you?" Oh my God! Yes, please. He's the one. Oh my God! Never believe what happened at recess today. Yeah, I still whisper that in my wife's ear periodically. 70% of the time works every time. So he does that, and then he kisses her on the cheek, and she's like, "Casper, shut the window. It's cold." And he's like, "Oh." And then he like sleeps at her feet like a dog. Yeah, like curled up like a dog, man. It was weird. I don't
Oh
know what
god.
this relationship is. It's very
Yeah.
strange. What's going on here? Is he your dog or your boyfriend, man? I don't know.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's funny. Like the movie just keeps going, and like we're obviously moving towards like the party, but the party's never mentioned. Right? They're
Yeah.
not talking about the party. Very little. Like she needs a dress
Dress.
or
Yeah, yeah.
something. And there's that part where he's like, I found your Visa card, Dad. Oh, that's good. Where'd you find it? It was in your wallet. I might need it to get this dress us off the shop. And she's like, why don't you make your own? You always look cute. I don't want to look cute, Dad. I want to look, how do I say this? Nice. Like date nice. And he's like, I think it's about time we have a discussion. And she's like, it's too late for that, Dad. I already know. He's like, it's too late? And she's like, not that late. I was like, God, this is weird.
It's weird. Can we stop this?
And he's like, oh, thank God.
Uh,
And so she realizes he doesn't have any money until he gets paid by Kerrigan. He's at the end of his rope here. Not even his credit card has money. You know,
Yeah.
it's a credit card. You don't have to have the money to spend it. We get more bonding with Casper, and all the while the uncles are bonding with the doctor. He's getting along with them, and they're actually opening up to him, and they're talking and stuff. Yeah. Then he finds his. How did he find his mom's dress? So they're going through shit.
yeah, I think she can't buy a dress or make one, so she's like going up into the attic and she's looking through stuff. And I think she finds a crate that says his name, and then she dresses that whole room with all of his stuff, all of his toys. And then
Because he doesn't like remember his life much, and she
yeah,
finds that to
yeah.
be sad.
Hmm.
And remember, she
Yeah.
asked, "Do you think my mom remembers me?"
Hmm.
And he was like, "Of course she does. How could you forget you?" So that was a touching moment. Yeah, puts all his toys up, and he's looking around. Hey, wait, I know this stuff. This is this. These were mine. And then yada yada. Finds the dress. Oh, you look great. It was my mother's, and she would love for you to wear it. And uh, then she sees some articles about his dad. You know, local boy dies, and first he sees the sled, and he's like, oh, "My sled! I wanted it so bad." I asked for it for such a long time, and then one day I woke up and I went downstairs and it was there for no reason at all. And I took it out and I had so much fun. My dad told me to come in, but I was having so much fun. And it got late and it got dark and it got cold and I got sick. And my dad was very sad. And yeah, what a fucking
Yeah.
sad fucking
It's like Jesus.
backstory, dude. He died sledding on the sled that you wanted so bad that your dad gave to you, and he probably felt a lot of guilt
Yeah.
that he got it. Yeah, and then
So
all
much
the
guilt. He
articles.
made a machine. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and then he's trying to make a machine to bring his son back, and there's paper clippings, and she's like, the Lazarus machine, and he's like, the Lazarus. Oh my god, I remember it now. It's hidden, but I remember where it is. Then they take the fucking Donkey Kong minecart chair down there.
Yeah.
That's got more of that machinery. And she's like, what was that? And he's like, that's the Up and Atom machine. My dad was a great inventor. It wasn't very good in the mornings, though. And it would shave you and powder you and brush your teeth and whatnot. And then they find the Lazarus machine. There's one little bottle of juice that, I don't know. He's like, it's primordial ooze for ghosts. It'll bring back ghosts to life. And he's like, just enough for one. And they're going to change him back. But then Kerrigan and what's his name come in there, right?
Yeah, yeah. They're watching the whole
Yeah,
time because they find it. That's because their whole plan is there's the whole treasure thing, and they can't find
yeah,
it this whole time. And then they find out that
yeah.
in
Then
that
the
room,
plan shifts.
there's
Yeah,
there's a safe in there, and they can't get into it. So the plan shifts, and then obviously all the exposition with how the machine works. Now the plan is, was it kill
become a
Dibs?
ghost.
Yeah, kill
Yeah,
Dibs.
really.
He's gonna do it.
Kill
Yeah,
Dibs. He's gonna get in the wall, and then they can bring him back to life. I love that. She's got the come on, Dibs, don't be such a baby. It won't even hurt. She's got a giant
giant.
scythe, like axe thing.
So
And then
good.
he's like dresses himself up in armor and puts like chocolate on the ground or
Yeah, I don't know
something
what
to
that was. Yeah, I was like,
oil
okay.
slick. I don't know. And she slips. I was like, oh, this is how she dies. She slips and dies. And no, that didn't happen. I was like, okay, how did she die? And then we got what happened? Yeah, they have he had the vial of juice or something.
I
Anyway,
think so. Yeah, she falls out the window. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, she gets the vial of juice and runs away in her car. I don't know what that's gonna do, but she's like running in her car and wrecks into a tree and steps out of the car and then just falls out of frame. And then we back up the camera and see that she's on a cliff.
Yeah,
She
I
fell
love
down a
that.
cliff.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah. And Dibs, are you okay? I think he's pretty happy, but he's like, yes, who needs her? The treasure's all mine. And anyway, she comes back as a ghost and comes into the Lazarus room. And I think there is Casper's in there. And meanwhile, like the boys, what did they do? They took Dr. Harvey out to go drink,
Yeah,
right?
because he comes into the room on one of their sessions and he's like hasn't shaved. He's not saying a word. He's just packing all his shit. And the uncles are like, "What's going on? Something's wrong with him." And like, "Oh, we gotta do the what is it? Happy hour." So yeah, they kidnap him and fly him off to go drink. Which is another great scene with him at the bar. So good, and
Yeah.
all the scenes with him and the uncles. I think that whole subplot's fantastic.
Him at the bar, and they're like, he's in misery. We got to off him.
Yeah,
You know,
it's so
he could
good.
be one of us. And they got a shotgun, like a what else did they have? A broken bottle
Hmm.
and something else. And they keep creeping up on him, like they're gonna kill him. And I want you guys are great. I didn't think so at first, but you guys are awesome. The bond you have and the care that you've shown me, it's been amazing. And I can't kill him now. That was so sweet.
Yeah, I love how every time because they do the whole bit where like anytime he turns around, they pull their weapons back out, and when they hide it, but they're ghosts, so you can actually just see what they're holding, like right behind their back. It's a fun gag. He's just holding a shotgun behind him.
Yeah, I remember. I love the remember the little rubber puppets they had at Pizza Hut for this.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
glow in the dark ghosts, and yeah, those are cool. Um, yeah, and then he's happy, and he's like, you know what, guys, this night is not over. We're gonna go hit. We're gonna go. We're gonna go hit. 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 We're gonna go hit every bar in this whole town, my friends. And he walks out the door, and there's like a construction in the front door. It says like danger, chasm, and they're just like, and he falls. Yeah,
Hmm.
and he becomes a ghost. But now we're back at the Lazarus pit, and Kerrigan's ghost comes flying in, talking that trash. And I like how the ghost like of Pullman and Kerrigan, you can see that it's them. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and then she flies into the safe and gets the thing and gets the little chest, but she never opens it, right? Because they
No.
Casper and Kat open it
Yeah.
later, so we don't know what's in it. But she has it, and she's got the Lazarus bottle, right? And she's gonna change herself back. And what happened? She got into the tank, and Dibs is gonna do it, and then he says, "No, I'm not gonna do it," or something.
Yeah, he says he's not going to do it. There's like a confrontation between him and her, and he starts talking some mad shit. And I think she like kicks
Yeah,
him, and he like flies out the window. And I
it's
don't
like
remember
you
what her
can.
plan is from there, but
He's like, you can haunt me for the rest of my life, but it's gonna be in an expensive house
hmm.
on Melrose, and I'm gonna have a little dog named Kerrigan
Yeah,
because she's a bitch, just like you. And
it
I
was
was
like
like,
ultra
Jesus,
specific too, like purple walls and a green carpet. I
yeah.
was like, what the fuck is that about?
And then she just
Uh,
fucking boots him through the fucking window.
uh,
I can't remember if he's holding the juice or not when he gets booted, but anyways.
no, because they use
Oh
it
yeah, no,
after.
because
Yeah,
she
they
has
have
the
to use
juice.
it. Yeah,
She has the juice. Nobody's gonna pull the lever for you, lady.
yeah,
I mean, how are you gonna become human, anyways? And then they're like, "Oh yeah," then Kat, and she's a genius. She's like, "Well, now you have the treasure, and you have the Lazarus juice. You have everything you've ever wanted." She's like, "I do have everything I ever wanted, don't I? I guess it worked out pretty good, didn't it?"
yeah.
And it's like, "I guess you have no more unfinished business." She's like, "No, I guess I don't." And then the beam of light from her chest. "No, you tricked me. No, I have lots of business. Business!" And it like blows up into glitter. That's all it takes.
Yeah,
Just to vaguely convince someone that their business is done.
yeah.
And then they can cross over. You know?
Uh,
That's funny. Yeah, and then her dad comes in with the boys, and he's a ghost. "What happened? What'd you do to him?" "We didn't do anything. He got drunk, really drunk." Okay, and he's happier now. He's like, "I'm happy. I can fly," and all this stupid shit. He's like a fucking rookie. He gets stuck in the ground, and he doesn't remember her
yeah.
because the ghosts usually don't remember their lives. And she tries to do the pinky thing. "I do remember." Pulls it. All the boys are laughing. And how does she make him remember anything at all? She says something.
I think she does finally. I think she grabs his hand and actually like connects with him,
Yeah.
pinky to pinky, and he's like, "Cat." I think that's what it was.
He's like, "Oh no, I'm sorry." Anyways. And then Casper puts him in the machine. She's like, "But Casper, there's only enough for one." "It has to be this way, Cat."
Like, oh,
Casper willing to sacrifice what he really wants to make the woman he loves happy. And yeah, turns him back human. And then I think right then he's like, "You got a party to attend. We gotta make you the belle of the ball." I was like, "Oh yeah, the party."
oh yeah. There's literally people upstairs right now.
Yeah, they just filter into their house and stand in the giant foyer. And
Yeah.
then the next time we come, there's a DJ, there's lights up and shit. I don't know what happened.
Mm.
Yeah, and she's like walking down the steps, fucking 90s teen movie. "I don't want to wait for our lives to be over." They're all looking at her. Then we find out the boy and the girl's plan is to scare everybody. Boo! You're scared by her being on his shoulders and having her face painted. Oh my god, it looks so good. They're gonna be so scared.
Yeah, is
And I
the
think
idea that they're gonna scare everybody out of the house and ruin the party? Is that the plan? I don't
yeah,
really know.
right.
Yeah.
And then they get scared by the uncles, right? Is that what they're scared of?
But they get scared.
What the fuck were they
Yeah.
scared
Oh,
of?
what the fuck? It has to be the uncles. That's the only thing I can think of. Yeah, it has to be. I don't remember what the fuck they did though.
Yeah, they get scared out and run out, and she like falls off the top of him, and then he just drags her out and shit. And they're all kind of like, yeah, all the people at the party, yeah, yeah. And then we get Casper kind of sulking in his room during the party, right,
Hmm.
playing with his toys, and then we get Amelia comes out of nowhere, obviously like an angel or something,
Yeah,
even though
not a
she's wearing
ghost, but she's an
red.
angel. Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, I think he even asks, "Are you an angel?" And she says, she doesn't answer. I don't remember. She kind of
I
moves
don't
on.
remember what she says. I think she lose to like yes, but I don't remember what she
Yeah.
says.
And anyway, she's like, "I saw what you did for Kat, and she will never forget it for the rest of her life. She needs her father, and it was very noble what you did, and your dad is very proud of you because you made his dream come true and proved that the machine worked, and you sacrificed what you really wanted for someone else. So since you did that, I am going to give you what you want." And he's like, "Oh, really?" She's like, "Only for the night." Sort of a Cinderella situation. So till midnight, 10.
Yeah.
10? Cinderella had till midnight. Well, Cinderella wasn't 12.
Yeah. It's like 9:30.
Yeah. This is kind of lame. I saved your daughter from a life of, a terrible, parentless, homeless life. Give me 35 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. What the fuck?
I don't know, but 35 minutes as Devon Sawa is like 2 days.
Yeah.
You can do a lot as Devon Sawa.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? You could predict some things that happen in the future, get some premonitions.
Get some idle hands.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could have your hand cut off and be dating Jessica Alba. You never know.
Hmm.
Um, yeah. So she turns him into a boy, and then I don't know what the sequence is, but I will go into the dad, and then she shows herself to the dad. I think this is when they're dancing,
Yeah.
and Amelia. And this was kind of a weird scene because he misses her so much, and this is the reason why he went into this ghost shit. And he's like, "Why?" Anyways, I've been looking for you. She's like, "Well, you and Kat loved me so perfectly that I didn't have any unfinished business. So I'm not around. And you need to take care of her," and gives him some advice. Don't French fries aren't a breakfast food.
Yeah.
Don't make her wear a shirt under her bathing suit. I know. It's like you're
So-
under the bathing suit.
the fuck?
And she's becoming a teenager. That's what I was gonna say. Good job. And anyways, she like says goodbye and kind of fades away. There's no like "I love yous" or "I miss yous." It's a very strange. You know what I mean? Why wouldn't you tie
Yeah.
that up?
I don't remember.
Give
I
it.
remember the clock going ding, so I was like, "Oh man, he didn't really have a." Like, I remember how quickly that clock hits. But yeah, I don't remember how they say goodbye. But yeah, it was kind of awkward.
I think neither of them said "I love you" or "I miss you" at
Hmm.
all, which is strange to me.
Yeah.
That could have been a really powerful moment. She doesn't say "I love you." She says, "I have to go. Goodbye." Oh yeah, and he says, "Where will you go?" And she says, "I'll be waiting till I see you guys again." And that's it. Very sad. Um, yeah. Anyways, we got Casper becomes a human. Then we got, like I said, Devin Sawa walking down the steps, all 90s fucking JTT, and he's wearing like a pirate suit. I don't
Yeah,
know if
yeah.
that was like the clothes he wore back then, like a frilly shirt, or if that was a costume. I couldn't figure it out. But he's walking down, and we don't show his face. We just get the, 90s boy cut over the shoulder shots. And he's obviously just gorgeous because
Hmm.
he's walking through this party, and all the girls are dancing with boys, but every eye snaps to him. Oh my God, who's that? That's the new kid. Oh my God. And he walks over to Kat sitting there alone, and she's nervous and takes her hand and starts dancing with her. And then they start floating right? And she looks down and holds on to him, and he's like, "It's okay, I got you," and whispers in her ear, "Can I keep you, Casper?" And he gives her that smile. I told you I was a good dancer.
Yeah.
And then yeah, that was fucking awesome, dude. And they're just dancing and holding each other, and then I think he kisses her,
Hmm.
and then right as he's kissing her, the clock strikes 10, and he turns back into a ghost, and all the kids see him and get scared and run out. Right?
Yeah, yeah. Everyone runs out, screams and runs out.
They all leave, and then it's just Casper, Cat, and Doc. Oh yeah, then the he's like, "Well, that was a pretty good night, wasn't it, Cat? Everybody got what they wanted. Boys, play us out," or something. Casper, the friendly ghost, the friendliest ghost you know. Little
Yeah.
Richie doing the song or something. Yeah, and then they play us out, and he floats through the air, does the end in smoke, and that's it. Uh, this movie's fucking pretty good, man. I didn't think it was gonna be that good. I liked it back then, but I didn't know if it was gonna hold up. I haven't seen it in years, of course. I'm sure you haven't either.
No.
Um, it's really crazy that they made a movie this good out of a franchise, out of a property that really isn't good. Like nobody liked Casper in 1995. There was like some Archie comics that nobody gave a fuck about. I didn't know anybody that fucking read Archie comics.
Yeah.
No one read that
Maybe your
shit.
grandpa when they were fucking
Yeah.
younger, but yeah.
What was there like a newspaper comic strip maybe at some point, and then like a
Yeah.
60s cartoon, 70s cartoon? Nobody gave a shit. This is the time of like Power Rangers and fucking robots and fucking Ninja Turtles. We didn't give a shit about a friendly ghost. Who
Yeah.
cares? That sounds like the stupidest thing. I don't want to see that. We have Ghostbusters already. I don't want to watch this garbage. Yeah, but somehow they turned this property, which nobody liked, into a pretty damn good movie that everyone liked. I remember people loving this when it came out.
Yeah.
It was a big cultural thing.
I'm pretty
And
sure I
then-
saw it more than once in the theaters. I think, yeah, I
Yeah.
remember really liking
And
it.
then never really did anything with it.
Hmm.
There wasn't a sequel. They had a prequel in like '97, and then they had another one, Casper Meets Wendy. These are all straight to like VHS. Casper Meets Wendy. I remember Wendy was played by the hell's that girl's name? Hilary Duff.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, but they weren't very good. I watched them, but they were straight to VHS. They weren't very good. This one was very good. Yeah, and it's just really this movie had no right being this good based on the property that they chose. It's just strange. And then that property has never really done anything since. I have heard they are working on a new Casper movie. I don't know. It's so hard with the days of AI and shit. Everyone's posting, ooh, legacy sequels, and the AI or edit up a poster, and it looks kind of convincing, and you want to believe it in your heart of hearts, but you know it's probably not true.
Yeah.
So I don't know where we're at with that. But I thought this movie had a lot of heart. I teared up a couple fucking times. I was sad. I was happy. I was rooting for Casper. The CG looks pretty good. The ghosts
not
are
bad.
like,
It's not bad.
yeah, they're so it's CG, but it's got a cartoon quality to it, so it can be a little rougher than it would if they were trying to do like a more realistic
Yeah,
quality to the
ultra-realistic
ghosts.
human looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even just more realistic shaders and stuff. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like a more Ghostbusters type ghost
Yeah, yeah.
versus this looks almost hand drawn, kind of animated style, which works. And I thought it looked pretty good. And the characters are great, and the story doesn't really matter that much. The plot's kind of weird, but I always cared about what was happening, and like I wanted the movie to keep chugging along so I could get more stuff out of it. So, liked it back then, still like it now, and I was a little surprised by that. I was a little surprised by how good it actually is, how fun it actually is, and how much heart it actually has, and it is a little dark for Casper at times, but it also lightens it up for you by doing the mom stuff and the dad stuff, all the heartfelt stuff, and the kiss, and so I like the tone. I like the movie. Man, I really enjoy it. It's fun, and I think it holds up, and I think it's a 8.1.
Hmm. I could not agree with you more. I was shocked at how much I liked this movie. I was kind of excited to watch it again when you had kind of pitched the idea of watching it because I just haven't seen it in a while. I remember liking it as a kid, but there's always that thing in the back of your head where you're just before you watch something, you're like, oh man, this may not hold up. But yeah, I agree. I think all of the characters are just fun. This is a fun, like I said early on in this episode. This is a very cozy fall. How like I can see myself easily rewatching this come October on like a fall afternoon. Like it just I don't know. There's something kind of cozy about the movie, and the characters are very funny. It is a funny movie. I found myself chuckling more than I thought I was or would. And I to the point where I was like, man, these characters are so like fun and fleshed out. Like, who wrote this? And the writers were the writers of Animaniacs. I'm like, that makes a lot of sense. Animaniacs is
Yeah,
fucking awesome, and you could see
and
a
I
lot of
forgot
Animaniacs in them.
it had a uncredited screenplay rewrite by J.J. Abrams.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Okay, okay. That's probably where some of that heart probably came in because his movies have that kind of underlying heart.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, yeah, I like you said, I was interested in what was going on. I loved the subplot with the dad and the uncles, in the sense that he's the therapist there to help them, but in a roundabout way, they're the ones that end up helping him. I thought that was kind of clever. Um, yeah, I cared about Kat and Casper. You feel for Casper. You're like most of the movie. You're like, oh, you want them to be together, even though there's like 14. Like,
yeah.
you want them to be, you know. Um, it does get a little silly towards the end. Like I don't. I think the movie probably could have been stronger without the woman and the lawyer guy. Even though they do bring some comedy to the film, but
Yeah.
I feel like it probably could have been a little bit stronger with them eliminated from the movie. Because once it gets to the end and they're running around, just going, I don't know if that quite worked. But yeah, overall. I agree with you. I was surprised how much I actually enjoyed it. So for me, I was coming in with 7.5. Pretty enjoyable.
All right. Yeah, 7.5, 8.1. Pretty good, man. Couldn't find it for free. I just been picking movies now that I really want to see versus ones that I know are streaming. So, and I've
Yeah,
been losing on all of them. $3.99
it's
every
all right.
week, but oh well. $4.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever. You
That's
have a
kind of
good.
how I feel. Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever. Like when I saw this morning, I now I don't even go to the services. I just Google the name of the movie because the Google will tell you if it's streaming
Yeah.
somewhere.
Hmm.
I was like, yeah, whatever. I'll rent it. Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, I my TV has a voice search. I just search the movie and it comes up.
Mm.
Here's what I found. It'll be like little boxes of like Apple, and you'll know if it's free because it won't have a price on the bottom.
Oh,
And
gotcha,
so
gotcha.
yeah, so I just click on one and 3.99 it. Um,
Well worth it in my opinion.
yeah, 7.5, 8.1. Go check it out, guys. It's still good. It was always good. Why aren't they doing anything with this? This could have been, we could do more in this world. Um, and yeah, if you got kids, yeah, it's got the bitch word in there. It's got a little bit of
Yeah.
innuendo,
The
but I
bitch is
think it's a
back. She even says it. I was like, oh
oh yeah,
shit.
yeah. So it's a little bit. I think it's PG.
Yeah.
It's probably more PG-13 in today's terms,
Hmm.
but if you're okay with that, I think it's a good kids film. Do as we say, not as we do. Don't let your kids say bitch, but let them watch Casper, okay?
Yeah, and it's good for kids, but it's also it has that kind of not as
Yeah.
nowhere near as good as a Pixar film in terms of balancing adult themes and
Hmm.
kid stuff. Not as good as Pixar does it, but there is like stuff for adults in this movie that are pretty relatable and just like oh, like pull at your heartstrings a little bit. So it is a kids movie, but there are some adult stuff in there that
Hmm.
you could still
Yeah,
enjoy
it's
watching with your kids.
classic '90s kids movie. It deals with like death.
Yeah, yeah,
To be the sad part, all the best '90s stuff had like some death, even in
yeah.
kids movies.
Land Before
Land
Time,
Before Time, Lion King,
yeah, yeah.
everybody, fucking all dogs go to heaven. It's all death to bring you the sad part, and then there's a triumph of the
Yeah.
human or ghost spirit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's always uplifting. It's good for everybody.
Yeah.
It's watchable with the whole family. You could have the little kids, the parents, and grandparents there, and they'll all enjoy something.
Yeah, Land Before Time is so sad that I don't even want to touch that movie. I'm like, no, that movie's enough. That movie's way too heavy.
Yeah, if we're gonna do Land Before Time, we're doing like number 4 or 5.
Yeah,
We're just hopping into the fucking straight to
yeah,
VHS
yeah.
ones, dude.
Fucking A.
Where they meet a sharp tooth. Whoa! That's a sharp tooth. Yep, yep. Um. So yeah, 7.5, 8.1. Check it out, man. Really good. Definitely had some Spielberg touches. You can feel it. Just it's like a I don't know. He always has the family dynamic and triumph of spirit thing. It's just down. I don't know what it is. There's a vibe in a
Yeah.
in
Oh yeah,
a
yeah. Speaking of
Spielberg
that, thank
film.
you for reminding me. Would just you bring this up? I don't really talk about scores that much because a lot of scores are just kind of I don't really think about them.
The score was
The
amazing
score
in
for this
this.
was amazing. It was really good.
When that theme song pops up, where whenever something happens, like with the dad or the mom,
Hmm.
like the dead ones, it has that piano
Yeah,
theme.
so
It
good.
just it's like, oh, it made me sad every time it played, but then it makes you happy, like
Yeah,
something
yeah,
good's gonna come from it. Oh, that song was really good, dude.
yeah. Really good score.
Yeah. All right. 7.5, 8.1. Go check it out. It's pretty much on everything, but you gotta rent it. Maybe you can find it free on YouTube. I don't know. I didn't try that. Yeah, but thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. And as always, please like and subscribe here on YouTube. We're also on Spotify and Apple Music, wherever you choose to listen or watch the podcast. We don't care. We just appreciate that you do it. And we couldn't do it without you. Until the next V's. Peace.
Peace.